looking to Mr. Poser.
In the end, the 3 judges allowed only those absentee ballots that met the letter of the law to be opened.
Franken. Franken. Your Honor, so we have a total count of Coleman, 111, Franken, 198, other, 42, for a total of 351.
Leaving Al Franken with a wider margin of victory than even before the trial began.
Al Franken got the most votes because more people voted for him. More people filled out ballots and cast those ballots for Al Franken, and that's why we prevailed today, and it's the reason why Al Franken will be your next senator.
The court then declared Franken the winner by 312 votes.
I am honored and humbled by this close victory, and I'm looking forward to getting to work as soon as possible. And so I want to say a word to those on both sides of the aisle who have followed every twist and turn of the recount and of the contest, whether it was on the UpTake's live blog or a discussion with friends in the coffee shop, whether it was with patience or tremendous frustration. Let's not forget why this election mattered. Let's commit ourselves with the same energy and passion to addressing the challenges we face, improving the lives of our neighbors and building a better future for Minnesota.
As promised, we are filing our notice of appeal today with the Minnesota Supreme Court. We do believe that the district court got it wrong on the law, and wrong because the Minnesota tradition and law are to enfranchise people, and their decision disenfranchises many Minnesotans whose votes have been wrongly rejected.
The rhetoric is all about how they want to enfranchise voters, enfranchise voters, enfranchise voters. In fact, quite to the contrary of their rhetoric, 4 of the 5 claims are that there were illegal votes that should have been pulled out of the count, and voters should have been disenfranchised.
Rhetoric aside, Coleman makes 3 main claims. First, equal protection was violated because absentee ballot standards were not applied the same in all counties. The court erred by not ordering inspections of precincts in which double counting may have happened during the recount. And the court erred by allowing missing ballots from a Minneapolis precinct to be included in the totals. Coleman asks the court to toss out those missing ballots that favored Franken and count more absentee ballots even though they do not meet all of the legal requirements. Once the Minnesota Supreme Court rules, a certificate of election would need to be signed.
Well, the Minnesota Supreme Court said in their last order relating to the question of the certificate that it ends in the state court.
So do you think after the Supreme Court rules, no matter where it goes from there, the certificate should come?
That's what the state Supreme Court said.
That certificate would need to be signed by 2 people, Democrat Secretary of State Mark Ritchie and Republican Governor Tim Pawlenty. Both agreed they should not issue that certificate before the election contest ends. The Minnesota Supreme Court backed them up on that. But Governor Pawlenty has indicated that he may not sign the election certificate until all appeals are exhausted, meaning that Minnesota might not have a second U.S. senator until the highest court in the land rules on this case, the U.S. Supreme Court. For the UpTake in St. Paul, I'm Mike McIntee.